What's going on? Welcome to this episode of MicroStudio. I'm your host, Garen Belaney. Today, we have an elite young entrepreneur, a real estate and farm agent. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ryan Williams.
Hey, thanks for having me, G.
What's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, beautiful spot you have here. I'm really impressed by your whole setup.
I appreciate that. You're actually the third official guest in MicroStudio, so congratulations. Not a lot of people have an opportunity to be in here, so for you to be the third guest is a true honor. So welcome. So for those who are watching here, MicroStudio is a media agency, and we work with professionals to help build their brand through video, what you're watching right now. If you have any questions in the chat, feel free to place them as we go along the show. Ryan and myself will review these questions periodically. And of course, you're on the replay. We'll watch it on the replay as well. So for those who are watching right now, Ryan, introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit who you are.
Yeah. So my name's Ryan. I'm a fifth generation Saskatoon business person. My family's been here since 1909. So we have a lot of family roots in Saskatoon. We've always been in business. We were the first ironworks foundry in Saskatoon, and we've had some other businesses since. A little bit about myself. I just started my real estate career over the last few years, and I was in accounting for a decade before that, getting some professional experience, building up my degree of expertise and professionalism. And now I sell real estate.
I love that. So you were in accounting and then you made a transition into real estate. What was your thought process when making the transition into the world of real estate?
So I've been thinking about this for about half my life, Garen. Since I was about 14, I started taking my first accounting class. So as I mentioned, my family's been in business. My father was a great mentor for me throughout the years, and he really emphasized the importance on education to get credentials. So then it opens up a lot of doors. We figured getting a business degree was going to be the best way to do it. And out of all the business majors, accounting would be the one that would unlock more doors than others. So I've been planning this for half my life now. So it was finally the point in time where I was able to have enough experience and get my foot in the door at a young age. I'm about the youngest in my brokerage by about a decade.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that. So for those who are watching, Ryan and I, we met at a SIPE event, and we came across at a few networking events. And you mentioned how the industry that you're in is you're one of the youngest ones. So
yeah, that's right.
How is the process and the transition with being one of the youngest people in this industry?
You know, that's a great question, Garen, and I get asked that all the time. I'm used to it. I'm used to being the youngest at work. I started working at accounting firms when I was 17. So to me, it's kind of status quo. There are some people that might think, oh, you're too young to be in it, but I've been working in the business world for the last 11 years now, ever since I started working at that accounting firm in Saskatoon.
Being the youngest in this industry, and you talked briefly about mentorship and how that's important for you. And I realized this when we were talking, is how in tune you are with coaching and finding mentors. So how has this importance of mentorship been for you and your growth as a young professional?
So I have a lot of sayings. One of the sayings that my father taught me is people learn from their mistakes. Smart people learn from others' mistakes. So that's where the coaching and mentorship really comes in play. They're able to provide all that knowledge that they built up over the years so that way I don't have to go and make those mistakes. Providing mentorship has been such a game changer for me. So throughout the years, I've been working with different mentors. A lot of them are business owners in Saskatoon and other working professionals. Does that answer your question?
It does. Yeah,
okay.
It's very good with Wells. So you have a series of mentors and coaches.
Yep.
Is there anyone that stood out to you more or made a biggest impact for you at such a young age? Obviously, every coach and every mentor has paid a very important impact for you. But is there anybody in specific that maybe has skyrocketed your personal growth?
I really have to come back to my dad on this every time. He's always been there by my side, providing that mentorship and getting me connected with other mentors. So one mentorship program that actually started earlier this year is the Raj Manik mentorship program, which I got matched with Christian Braid from Braid Flooring in Saskatoon. So that's another generational family business. And just learning about other industries that have a similar sales process, working on knowing what inventory's out there, what you have, what your clients are looking for, doing prospecting, taking care of your customers and clients over time. I find that learning from other industries that have similar processes has been really instrumental in aiding me in that additional customer service that I can provide to my clients.
I love that. You're a hometown Saskatoon person, and I realize Saskatchewan as a whole is very in tune with supporting local. What do you love most about Saskatoon? Why do you have so much love for Saskatoon?
When you're in Saskatoon, you can go around and say hi to people. Can't always do that in big cities. Everyone's willing to talk. We kind of have that small town feel still, even though we are a good sized city. Everyone's just friendly, like, especially in the business community. As I've started in commercial real estate, I've really expanded my network out because I had a network before, but it just was a different type of network. I was looking to make more business connections in Saskatoon with business owners. And you'd be surprised by how many people that you can just shoot a message on LinkedIn and just say, hey, like, I'm new to the industry. I see that you're a landlord. I would love to just learn some things from you. Could I take you out for lunch? And the amount of people that will say yes blows me away. It's just that sense of community. Everyone's looking out for each other, helping each other out.
Yeah, I agree with the community aspect with that as well. I do want to briefly touch on LinkedIn and how you are building your personal brand on LinkedIn as a portfolio. What made you make the step into building your personal brand on social media?
So for me, again, being the youngest in the industry, I see things differently. So if you look at other commercial realtors, especially in Saskatoon, not a lot of them are on LinkedIn. And if they are, they're just kind of posting the generic, like, here's our new industry report that their brokerage comes out with. It's not even their own, if that makes sense. So for me, I saw it as an opportunity. I see how big of a advertising platform and marketing platform social media is. So building up my own brand, I figured I could be one of the first to market in Saskatoon and potentially Saskatchewan as well. I haven't seen a ton of commercial realtors. A lot of residential realtors do an awesome job to build up that image and build up their socials, and a lot of people get success from it. So I wanted to jump on that bandwagon per se and see what I can make from it.
Yeah, it's very smart of you. I do agree with Saskatchewan being a little bit behind when it comes to social media. And that's what I've been trying to tell everybody through social media and the power of building a professional brand, specifically through social media and video. And even for myself, I know the success when going to networking events, it allows me to not have to explain myself what I do as far as a professional. They either say, hey, I've seen you from somewhere, I recognize you. And there's just a power into that when building credibility and just building trust, especially in a local market like Saskatchewan as well. So if you are watching here right now and you do have questions when it comes to personal branding or throughout the interview, put your comments in the chat. We'll be free to answer them as well. And you're you're powerful on LinkedIn. You're building a professional brand. You do have a big presence as far as community and giving back. And I know that's been one of your core foundations as a young professional as well. So what is your methodology when it comes to community and giving back as far as a young professional?
So for me, building community, to your point, is super important. I take a lot of pride in what I do and what I've learned over time and how I can help others with that knowledge. So some of my first volunteer experience in community building, one that really stands out is Junior Achievement. If you've heard of that, it's an entrepreneurship program that is actually offered worldwide. So I started volunteering for that when I was in my first year of university, did that for 3 years. I also took on the role of leading all of the accountants of each of the groups. The way that it was structured is there's 20 students from grade 9 to grade 12 that'll be put in companies, and they had to make their own product or service. So with my business background, I was doing my business degree, was always raised in a business family, figured that'd be a good way to give back to the community. So I did that for 3 years, then I actually ran the program as the company director. We had about 200 people involved between volunteers and students. So that really propelled me forward in building up some connections. And it's just like this complimentary back and forth. You're giving time up to these people, time and effort and care, and then you're getting to meet a lot of connections. So there was a lot of big players in the business community that gave back to Junior Achievement as well. So that really helped. So it's just that nice complimentary back and forth. Another things that I do for volunteering is SIPE, as you mentioned. That's where Garen and I first met. And I'm actually a recent board member. I just got elected on in fall of 2025. And that has been another awesome way to just help donate your time, set up events so that other professionals can start meeting each other and just creating more of that business community to attract more people to Saskatoon and to help retain people in Saskatoon. And then also on a kind of non-business sense, I also volunteer with the Kinsman Club. So we provide funding to a bunch of community events and youth that can't afford to do sports. So
Very cool. I know SIPE has been one of the main, I guess, the main groups that I've been hanging out with, and I get a lot of questions, especially at the U of S when I was running an event there, of where they can connect in and dive into that. So are there any plans that you can reveal when it comes to SIPE and events that are coming up maybe in the new year that people should start tuning into, or how can we find more information on SIPE?
Yeah, so SIPE has its own website. I believe it's sipe.ca, if I'm not mistaken. And there's actually an events page. So you can go on there whenever there's an event planned that's finalized, we'll upload it there. But a little inside scoop, it's either on December 19th or the 20th. We're doing a little bit of a fun social. So SIPE has events every month, and they're really cheap, which is awesome as being a young person in business. Makes it a lot more accessible for us to join. And we're doing a pub crawl. So we're going to walk from one bar to another in downtown Saskatoon, just as a fun, easygoing social, so you can make some good connections with friends. So that's a new one coming up. We also have a
sorry for the interrupting. We got Juno in the house as well. She's being a really good hostess as well, so don't mind that.
We actually are planning a corporate lunch to bring in some guest speakers. We're still working on some of the big names. We're trying to beat SIPE put on this one big event. It was a dinner, and then we actually had Gene Simmons, like from KISS. He came in, and we filled a whole conference room, like a Prairieland type of idea over that. So we're looking to meet that bar or exceed that bar. So that will be coming up in spring of 2026.
Most definitely. So check out sipe.ca if you have any interest. It's just for being a young professional or an entrepreneur in Saskatoon and wanting to connect with like-minded individuals. You can also go to SIPE Instagram as well. It's just sipe.ca or sipe.ca on Instagram. And you're giving back to the community. You are commercial real estate with and with a farming component to it as well. But like personally, what do you like to do in your personal time outside of work?
Yeah, that's a great question, because a lot of people say, what do you do outside of work? And I'm like, well, all I've been doing this year is work. But one thing that I really like to do is 3D printing. For me, when I grew up, I was a big Lego kid. I loved building things. It's just, you can be creative, you can follow the rules, you can do anything you want. For me, that's what 3D printing is for an adult. You can make anything you want. It's really fascinating. And on that note, why don't you open up that little gift bag that I brought you?
He's been very adamant on me opening up a gift that we have in here. So hang on. If you pull up a MicroStudio, it's not required, but if you do come with some sort of gift, I'm not going to be mad at it. So I'm going to assume that this is in some way, shape, or form with the 3D printing. He got a nice little, do a little close-up of this, got a sticker of Juno and a QR code that I believe probably takes you to your webpage or something like that.
Yeah, it's my business card.
See, business guy. He understands. Digital business
branding.
Guy. Yeah, branding. QR codes as well. So with the little inside, we got some little baby Juno stickers as well that we can check out here. Very, very, very cute. And then what do we got? We got it's like some. Ooh, are these Christmas ornaments?
Those are Christmas ornaments.
Listen, we got a tree downstairs and we got some 3D printed Christmas ornaments. Very cool. We got this. I like this, the little red and silver Juno, and then we got the black and silver.
Classic.
Yeah. Very cool, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This will be great onto the tree as well. So, like you're big into Lego, and you have more than one 3D printer. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Before we get rid of the noise here, let's put that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
Yeah, it was fun. So I started with 3D printing. I'm a big nerd at heart, hence all the tech that I'm really into. And that was one of the first things that I noticed when I walked in this room was all the tech that you had. I was really blown away.
A lot of tech in here.
Yeah. So I started 3D printing January of last year after my one friend had made me just a little life counter for a game called Magic the Gathering. And I was just blown away that you can turn this reel of plastic into any item you want, right? So that's what really spurred it. I got my first printer in January. I got my second printer by April because I was just making so much. I wanted to have more availability to make more products faster. And then I started started selling them on Facebook Marketplace, just as a way. The business guy in me always says, okay, I have a new hobby. How can I make this so it doesn't financially drain me? So started selling stuff on Facebook, started getting more and more orders as we're coming up to kind of the end of the year in the fall and Christmas season. I was getting a ton of orders. So I ended up buying 4 more printers.
Damn.
So I have 6 printers at home.
Side hustling.
Yeah.
What has been the coolest piece that you've 3D printed?
One thing that I really like to make that are really personalized, because you can make toys, you can make fidget spinners, you can make those dragons that you see all over the internet. But to me, I really like doing personalized gifts, such as those ornaments. So I make these light boxes that will be an all white box that has different thicknesses as it prints up. I put a light inside of it, and then when you turn the light on, based on how dense the plastic is, it'll make shades. So you can have like black and white photos. So I can make like photo boxes for people. So that was one thing that I really liked doing last year. People would send in pictures of their family for Christmas, for grandma. They would get this photo box made, and I get messages about it. People just still remembering getting it made and how much they love it. So.
Okay, so for your 3D printing component, I have a few people in the chats asking how they can get a hold of you. Is there a way if they want to get 3D printing done, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so best way is probably to reach me on my Instagram page. It is 3D_printer_Canada.
Okay, and we'll put that into the video as well, so you can monitor that, and also in the description. We'll put in a link there for you as well. So you're very active in the community. You have a lot of hobbies. And one thing I did notice about you at such a young age, you are very goal orientated and you have a lot of big dreams for yourself. So where are you seeing yourself in the next 5 years within your career?
Next 5 years, they tell me that it takes about 5 to 8 years to build up your real estate career. I want to try to push that to 3 to 5 years, just to speed it up. I'm 100% commission, so I'd like to be able to make my mortgage payments. I'm a pretty simple man that way. Be able to go to the store and buy whatever steak I want. Some of the goals is to have it so I'm working with a team, working with 2 other people. A lot of people in commercial real estate in Saskatoon do a lot on their own. With my background in accounting, you're always on teams. I was also a lecturer at the university and for high school programs. So working on a team is just really big thing for me. So next 5 years, it'd be awesome to build up a team of 2 others, be able to make some good friends and good money as we go.
Yeah, I like that. I know you talked about commission sales. So my career, I did door-to-door sales, which is 100% commission. I highly recommend that anybody goes into a 100% commission job just because it's a whole different world. But how has that been for you as far as a young professional, especially first career going into being a 100% commission role? Yeah,
I'm somewhat used to it, just seeing my father living that lifestyle the whole time I've been alive. He's been a sales guy since I think in early 1980s is when he started his sales career. So I'm kind of used to it. I'm not too afraid of it that way because I know there's ups and downs, but you just live the same standard of life, budget yourself. And to me, it's really rewarding working on commission because I know that I'm providing value. To me, that's the biggest thing. I was not a huge fan of being on salary because no matter if you put in 50% effort or 120%, you got paid the same. And that was one issue I really ran into in the accounting industry. So,
is there an activity that you do every day to keep yourself sane when you're going into a job that is 100% commission, or what's kind of your mentality behind that?
Yeah, I really like trying to be a cup half full type of guy. As you know, I went to Vegas the other week and had my bag stolen with all my belongings, and my laptop was down about $6,000. And my friends were all freaked out, like felt super bad. And like in the moment, yeah, it sucked, but I really thought about it. And at least they just broke the car window and they didn't rob me personally or mug me over it, right? So just having that positive attitude just every day and telling yourself it's going to be a good day and you're going to help some people out. That's one thing that I do every day to get myself in the right mindset.
Very cool. I think that is an extremely hard task, is always to look at the cup half full, especially in situations like that. Very, very devastating. And I'm very spiritual as far as things come and go. Like, I think it's going to come back tenfold of positivity for you just because you have a positive aspect on that also. So as we start to close this interview, I know we talked about like briefly 5 years when it comes to Saskatoon, but what kind of impact do you want to leave on the city when we talk about legacy?
Like, you're asking, how do I want to be remembered? Is that with the legacy?
Yeah, with your legacy, how do you want to be remembered in Saskatoon?
I think I want to be remembered by the people in the business community and also the rest of Saskatoon, but just being a community builder. Like, to me, you can make a lot of money in this industry. Some people do a great job at it. For me, I want to be able to get by, but just be able to go anywhere and see friends wherever I go. There's nothing better than going to the store and having a quick small talk, catch up with one of your friends that you've met throughout the years and help them out and hear about their business and how much success they've had. So to really relate it back to my business specifically, one of my clients, his name is George. George is a business owner in Saskatoon of Magic cards and Pokemon cards. He sells a lot of those. So I was in his store one day and was shopping around and then found out that he needed a realtor to move to a new location. And for me, what really did it for me is I went in there last week. He took possession in the summertime and he told me that his sales were 3 times compared to his last location.
Okay.
And he was like super excited about it, how like this has been a game changer, life changer for him. And to me, that's what's worth it. Commission on that wasn't great, but for me, it's more than just the commission. It's building that community, and I also do 3D prints for him too.
There you go. Listen, if you need 3D printing, you know who to go to in Saskatoon as well. So, you briefly talking about that. So, location can play a huge component as far as business success. So he switched locations and has skyrocketed his business based off of that.
Exactly. So he was originally in the North Industrial area. Bad access for walking to, bad access for bus routes, and just no street visibility. So I moved him to 8th Street, which is one of the busiest streets in Saskatoon. And it has a lot more access. It's across from Centre Mall. It has parking. It has good visibility for his signs. And it's a lot more accessible. So just made a huge difference just making one small business decision, right? Because you could change your whole business model, change what products and services you offer, but location.
Listen, that's what they say. Location can be key when it comes to local businesses.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I know we're reaching up 20 minutes. We went really quick into it as well. Like, as I said, when you're in MicroStudio, time just flies by when we're creating it. So I want to thank you so much. I know you gave me a gift as well, but I have people in the chat also asking, I know we know how to get a hold of you as far as 3D printing goes.
Oh yeah.
If there's anybody watching right now that wants even just some guidance on commercial real estate or wants to learn more how they can, maybe they want to switch locations, how can we get a hold of you personally to just ask general questions, maybe outside of 3D printing?
Awesome. Well, we'll put my contact information in the video here. We'll get my QR code. So if you scan that with your phone, if you're watching on a computer or screenshot it, we'll put in some links and you can just give me a shout. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, shoot me a text message as well. I'll answer it.
I love that.
And we can
cool.
go from there.
And before I let you go, I have a gift for you.
Oh, no way.
Yes, of course I do. So, because when you come to MicroStudio, you don't leave empty-handed as well. So everyone who comes into MicroStudio, I got yourself your very own MicroStudio hard shell travel case.
Wow.
So anytime you get your equipment going and stuff like that, we got you going here as well. So Ryan, thank you so much for coming into MicroStudio. I really appreciate you being here. And for those who are watching, MicroStudio is a media agency where we're helping you build your professional brand through video. So if you are someone in Saskatoon that wants to learn more about how building your professional brand, you want to come into MicroStudio, you can reach at my Instagram page at Garen Belaney. And if you're anywhere in the world and you want to learn how you can build your professional brand and drive revenue through social media, I'm happy to help you out. And I know a lot of people, you're waiting. You don't know if you want to build your personal brand, but the best part about building your personal brand is that
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. MicroStudio Professional Media Agency. Ryan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on next episode.